Hello everyone, welcome back to RCH Builders. So yesterday, of course, on the last video, we went ahead and repaired these. The only thing we needed some plates. I've already put the one underneath this side because wasn't going to video that anyways, but need to put these two on here, mending plates, and I've got the screws right here for it. So we need to do that still, but otherwise that's done. I did already this morning while I was dealing with some other stuff that I was working on, phone calls, type stuff like that. I sanded here, back here where you can't see anyways, and that spot. They all seem good. I think I'm going to add just a hair of mud in the middle of that. And it feels fine, looks fine, but I'm going to add it as a little bit extra because that's where the curtain rod goes. So having a little extra buildup not curtain rod, shower rod, will help defend against the damage from that. This down here was good. This is good here. This corner is dry, so I can bed the other side. So there's not a lot left on the mudding. It's basically going to be bedding that there. This room, the kitchen, was good. This room in here, the middle bedroom or office, I think, I'm guessing it kind of looked like they probably used it as like a playroom for kids. There is no closet, so technically by real estate standards, it's not supposed to be considered a bedroom. But anyways, this room seems to be good. We're done in here. Living room. Again, this room seems to be all well and taken care of. So really the only two rooms that I need to do any mudding in is the back bedroom that we went into and this front bedroom here. And so I can do this other corner here, and I can also add a little more mud where the broken sheetrock was, and where at one point there used to be a door. So I'm just gonna real fast add a little bit of mud on here to feather this out more on both sides of that. And I think here by this window I need to add a little bit just right here at the top. The rest of it all seems good, but right there is a little bit, I should have gone just a hair more up to get past the tape. I'm gonna just go ahead and get started with all of that. Put this on, back it up a little bit so you can see more or whatever, but I'm gonna put it on hyperlapse and take care of the mudding first just to knock that out real quick. All right, so now we're going to go ahead real quick. Next thing we're going to do is fix this copper water line. So we're going to fix it with between probably both PEX and shark bites. So like I said, this was leaking. As you can see, this was barely like a 1/4 inch inside this fitting at an angle. I mean, it was sitting basically like that, just right there. So this should be minimum 1/2 inch down, and it's barely in there, especially on the one side. So, and then on top of that, none of this is strapped anywhere. So you got the weight of it being, well, you know, soldered at an angle, barely on, and then just jacking up the floor just popped it loose. So anyways, we're going to fix that real quick. I'm not sure how visible that was while I was doing it. I guess I'll find out when I go to edit. But I tried to set you up where hopefully you could see most of it. But I repaired that, and because the way that the stuff is, I didn't want to try and pick this all the way up to the floor joist. So instead, I've brought it down where it is sitting down on top of the drain pipe, which is supported by a strap. So that should work for now. He had the money to repair this much better. I would probably just replace all of these copper lines with PEX to get them up where they should be and out of the way. It would make it a lot easier getting in and out of here as well. But now that I got this done, and since I've got my stuff out, I think I'm going to go and fix the shutoff underneath the kitchen sink, the one for the hot water. Also, since the hot water's off, it's a good time to do it. I'm just going to go ahead and replace that shutoff with a one that I've got left over from another job. I'm just going to put it in real quick to hopefully stop that leak under there. All right, so I just double checked that. The water is all good. No leaks in either spot. So now I'm going to move on to the next step. And should be the last thing we have to do before we can close this floor up, which is putting the mending plates on this right here. Alright, so whenever you're using these strong tie plates, make sure that you follow the manufacturer's specifications, at least. The reason I say at least is because I went above here. So this specifically, most times strong tie brackets are going to tell you a certain size screw or a certain size nail. These ones specifically say screws. So it calls for 1/4 inch by 1.5 inch screws. Of course, I went with, I believe these are 2.5 to 3 inches instead of 1.5 inches. Yeah, 3 inches. So, and I did that because I have extra meat back here, so 1.5 inches is because it's quite possibly only going to be just one 2x that you're well, connecting together. However, I have a second one, so I was able to go with longer screws and tie it all the way back into this one. So again, make sure at least you follow the manufacturer specifications. Do not use nails on this plate. And make sure you're using strong tie screws, which have tensile strength to them. not like decking screws or other style screws. I guess that's going to be it for this video for today. I'm just going to clean up all the mess that I've made, loaded up in my truck, get stuff organized. We shouldn't have more than one more day out here, unless he decides to have us do some of the flooring, and then it'll be a day-by-day thing of doing the LVP flooring. He was going to try and do a lot of it himself, so we'll just see how that goes. But like I say, it shouldn't take us more than one more day, but I'm just going to clean up and call it done for the day. Hope you enjoyed watching. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you the next time.